Hey guys, I'm going to let you into a little bit of a secret here. You've been lied to. You don't actually need to spend anywhere near as much time in the gym as you'd think per week to build muscle as a natural lifter. You can build a physique like this with less than 5 hours of training per week. In fact, you can dramatically improve your physique as a natural lifter with 2 40-minute training sessions each week. Rarely do consistent lifters fail to see the results that they want because they're not spending enough time in the gym or doing enough sets per week. The clients that come to me for help usually believe they need to do more in the gym to see better results. Whilst this may be true in some cases, it's nearly always a combination of other factors that lead to their disappointing muscle growth, including the following 3.
The focus and intent leading up to and during a set, the intensity of the set itself, your proximity to failure on a consistent basis. Volume is mostly irrelevant if you can't train hard. The execution of the movement itself. Does the stance, the grip, the setup, the angle, the speed, the control, does it fulfill its purpose in stimulating the target muscle group? And lastly, program structure. Does your training split successfully allow you to train as hard as possible each session and recover adequately before the next? Does it fit into your lifestyle requirements, or are you setting yourself up for possible failure due to an inability to adhere to it? Over the last few years, we've seen a resurgence of very high volume training, with experts touting many multiple sets being a requirement for muscular growth. Phrases like minimal effective volume have become commonplace, but are so often misleading for the general public.
The reality is that most normal lifters don't have the time to do dozens of sets each week for each muscle group. We can't afford to spend hours in the gym each and every session. We live very different lives from the influencers and athletes of whom we follow the advice of online. Even if we did have time to commit to these lengthy sessions, would it be worthwhile when you consider the law of diminishing returns and what you get out of each and every set thereafter the first and most effective set? Would you get much more bang for your buck doing 15 sets compared to 5? And would it be worthwhile to pursue this considering the extra time cost unless you're a professional athlete or full-time influencer?
So with that in mind, I've designed a 2 times per week muscle building routine designed exclusively for busy natural lifters that will have you in the gym no more than 1 hour per session. Okay, I'm going to keep this fairly brief, guys. You'll be able to find a more detailed video explanation when you actually download the protocol. So this is 2 days a week. I'd advocate, at least 2 days of rest in between each training session. So perhaps Monday and Thursday, with 3 days going into that second week. Or you could keep the rest days the same between each session and have it on a rolling schedule, say Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Saturday, and so on and so on. It's up to you how you want to do that. So we'll get into the protocol. And really, this is designed for those of you that are struggling for time. You just haven't got the same amount of time spent in the gym as maybe you once had. You're kind of a little bit burnt out, perhaps. Just want to kind of step away and put some of your energy and time into something else, but still keep training going. And also those of you that are just really keen on kind of seeing what you can achieve with a more minimal, high-intensity approach, and you'd be so surprised as to what you can actually gain in terms of muscle mass by doing something like this and just stripping your training back to the basics, focusing on a few core heavy movements, progressive overload with very high intensity training. Okay, so the first session, 40 to 50 minute workout, 45-degree leg press, 2 sets of 6 to 8. The second one is going to be a little bit lighter. Parallel bar dips and chins, 1 heavy set of 6 to 8, followed by 1 very heavy set of 3 to 5 with 2 negatives. Machine shoulder press, 1 set of 6 to 8. And then the superset for arms down here, dumbbell incline curls and dumbbell overhead extensions, 2 sets of 8 to 10, and that's performed as a superset. So without any rest, curls straight into dumbbell overhead extensions, rest, and then repeat. And the supersets work really nicely when you're using the same piece of equipment. It doesn't take up much space and it's convenient. Moving on to day 2, again, 40 to 50 minutes. You're looking at barbell stiff leg deadlift. That kind of hits the hamstrings and the upper back. It's your main hip hinge. 1 set of 6 to 8, followed by machine incline press. So pecs and front delts, 1 set of 6 to 8. Chest supported row, 2 sets of 6 to 8, slightly lighter on that second. Smith machine calf raises. You can't forget calves. You've got to do calves. Got to be in there somewhere. And that's one set of 6 to 8 plus rest pulls for 2 rounds. And then the last exercise, again, much the same as the first session, you're finishing up with arm supersets. It's a very time effective way of doing your arms. And again, with the same apparatus, makes it even better for time efficiency. Cable bar push downs, straighten cable bar curls, both sets 8 to 10 reps. So that's pretty much the routine there. Like I said, if you want a more detailed explanation as to what you're actually doing per exercise, what to focus on cues in terms of execution, how to kind of progressively overload this, then just go to the description box and you'll find the link in there. If you wanted to grab a completely free PDF copy of the routine for reference, along with a link to a more in-depth video explanation of the protocol and a completely free Google Sheets tracker, then head over to the description box, follow the link and pop in your email and you get sent all of that stuff for free. So hopefully guys, you enjoyed the video, found it informative. Let me know your thoughts on high volume versus low volume, and I'll be really interested in finding out how that program works for you. So let me know on social media. If you've got any questions about training or nutrition, just leave them in the comment section below. Any ideas for future videos, I'll be really interested to find out what you want me to talk about. So thanks again for watching. Stay strong.